person that would experience me in this light will enjoy. And I was also not stringing people along.
Okay.
Because some people say they don't want it.
Yeah, but
they'll be collecting ice cream.
Is it cool to make the first move as a girl?
Stop there. That's where I'll stop you.
Hi guys. Cringe. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello. My name is Somebi and you're very much welcome to my channel. Today I have someone very special with me. None other than IFBNW.
Like that. Boss, welcome. Hi guys, my name is Ifeoma Nwobu. My name is Ifeoma Nwobu. I'm so excited to be here because I love this girl. I love her very much. She's like, I don't think you're like my junior sister. Actually, it feels like we're peers. Maybe because I'm just very young.
Please, I'm young.
I'm also very young.
Ifeoma escaped and ran into Gen Z like this.
I'm actually like
Papa Gen Z.
Anyway, please.
Okay.
I'm happy to be here and I'm happy to be doing this.
Yeah.
Context, she taught me how to do my makeup.
Basically, if you don't know Ifeoma, I'm so sorry. Like you've been sleeping under a rock. But don't worry, light has come to you today. So this is Ifeoma Nwobu. The video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be everything relationships, everything dating, friendships, exes, everything. And do you guys know why I actually thought of Ifeoma? Why I shout Ifeoma? Ifeoma, let me tell you from my own point of view.
Okay.
I've seen Ifeoma handle relationships, and I mean friendships, in such a way that it's just so beautiful to me. So when I even got this idea, it was more so about friendships than about dating and stuff like that. But then as I thought about her, I said, okay, this is beautiful because Ifeoma has also never dated.
I'm nobody's ex. Anybody,
do you understand?
Anybody that tells them
that's such a flex.
Anybody that tells them they're ex, they're lying.
They're lying. And you heard it here first.
It's very interesting because today in particular, I'm not going to lie to you, I felt like a fraud when it comes to friendships. I felt like, oh my god, I'm at a place where this whole year I've actually just prioritized myself. I don't think I've had the capacity to be that friend. Yes, so this is just to say I'm not an expert on friendships or relationships, and I would just be happy to share my own perspectives. So that's just going to be the vibe for today's video. Ifeoma is going to be doing her makeup and I'm just going to be checking it, making sure that it is clean because she's the teacher. So I'm going to actually supervise her today. If there's anything, I'll know that I did a bad job as a teacher. So Ifeoma, please tell me I'm a good teacher today. Thank you. And also I asked you guys my Instagram to ask me a couple questions. You guys did, so we'll just be taking questions here and there. Ifeoma will be answering most of it. I will give my opinion if necessary. Everything we're going to say today is going to be from a Christian, biblical, and based on personal experiences also. But just know that we're Christian girls, cannot give you advice or anything outside of that. Believe in prayer.
With that being said, let's get right into this video. You get oily on your nose because I can see your nose is shining a bit.
It's the glory of God. But
you get oily on your nose?
Yes.
Let me get your nose. So first things first, Ifeoma, introduce yourself properly. How old are you? Tell us your age.
Oh my god.
And what do you see relationships as in general?
That's so intrusive.
Intrusive?
Although my age is actually like public knowledge.
Yeah, I feel like everybody knows your age actually.
I'm 23 years old. I'm going to be 24 this year.
Okay.
And that's very exciting.
What do you see relationships as in general?
So I think relationships are the lifeline of life.
Lifeline.
Relationships are a lifeline. And in any context really, like our relationships shape us to a large extent into who we become. So think of like relationship with like mommy or daddy, when you start to have like a partner, if you're the type to get married.
The marrying type. Some people are not marrying type.
Yeah, the marrying type. If you get that wrong, then your whole life
can change.
Yes.
So you see relationship as something that has to be. Every person has to have a relationship.
By default, we all have relationships.
Even if you are bad at it, you would have relationships.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if there's anything like being bad at relationships. I would just say
I disagree.
I would just say being unintentional doesn't make it bad.
But that's bad actually.
So I don't think that unintentionality is always bad because sometimes you're not aware of it. Some other times you are. But
the fact that you're not aware of it does not now. It's like somebody that is rude but they don't know they are rude. Doesn't now mean that being rude is not a thing.
Fair enough. I try not to be absolute with labeling it either good or bad. That's just me, Sha.
So why are friendships important to you?
Again, it depends on your personality. I feel like I have a personality type that attracts
people.
Not just people, but like actually quality people. right?
You can have a 90 times.
Yes, and you can attract
90 times that will attract.
Yes, attract the kind of people that, yes, and I'm not saying that is the only way to now build that, but take for example, people are naturally attracted to people who are beautiful or who dress nice, who have that external factor, like at least, even if it doesn't lead to anything else from there, people will be curious about you. Like, if you
want to even take that step to come and get to know you.
I think it's a ministry as well. People feel like, oh, I need to learn this, or this is only like exclusive to like a relationship. But I learned it by relating with my siblings. I learned patience and like communicating kindly, just relating with people that there's no
sentiment. No, not sentiment. Yeah,
it's not romantic.
Like,
and so that would now like keep me from making certain mistakes. The moment I say, oh hey, like I'm open to this other thing, but a lot of people think, I have to be in a relationship first to learn this. But then that would now mean you open yourself up to the risk of being in multiple relationships before you now finally
you
learn.
Feel like,
so I think you can maximize a lot of primary relationship.
Wow. Moving on to the serious question. This one, I want to talk personally. I have a lot to say. But why haven't you ever dated? Before that question, are you of that opinion that you have to be a particular age before you should even start dating, before you should start thinking about dating and stuff like that?
So here's the thing. When I was younger, I'll say, oh no, I'm a big girl. But now that I'm older, I'm like, you know what?
Back.
Our parents were right to an extent. It's just that what they did not do well probably is try to explain the rationale. They just try to make rules flat. When you start going to uni, when you start interacting with people, it opens you up to like the possibilities of like these things happening. Right? First of all, I have had romantic interests.
Oh wow, this is news.
Just so that nobody is disappointed in case any of them comes out with your life. But I've never been in an intentional, committed relationship. That is one by choice to an extent.
We'll get to that.
Then also just by prioritization. Like, I don't think this is a priority for me now. And I was also not stringing people along.
Okay.
Because some people say they don't want it.
Yeah, but
they'll be collecting ice cream.
Stop it.
They'll be collecting shawarma from everybody.
I'm calling them their friends.
Exactly.
So when you were at that mindset, like you completely close yourself up, like that whole dating thing, everything. Maybe a guy was moving to you at that period, what would you have said?
What I did was I built a lot of quality friendships.
So that means the guys that were friends were liking you.
I don't know. No, I'm serious, because I don't like to assume. Anybody that didn't tell me anything explicitly, I know they are. I know you will know. I know there are implicit ways, but thinking back now, I don't think that. I also think they had similar approaches too. So we were on the same page where they would want to be friends first. Something else I also used to do a lot was like ask Holy Spirit up front, what kind of relationship am I supposed to build with this person? And there are people where he will tell me, you and this person, you are meant to just be friends. Again, you can't date everybody. Like you can't open yourself up in that level of depth with everybody. It's exhausting more than exciting.
Everything that you're supposed to give to one person, you share this for 5 people. What was that thing just spray? Spray your face.
Hey, I want to like yeah, there were a lot of reasons, but then I also grew into a point where it was now choice.
That choice of being single that you got to, it was the main thing behind that, the priority thing.
No, it was just, I don't think this is time for this yet. For me, there's always been that mindset of making it a big deal
when it's time for you to
date. Like what I notice in our time is a lot of people have oversimplified the impact of these relationships, and so every Tom, Dick and Harry can be your boyfriend. But for me, it's like the more I got to know myself, the more special I discovered I really am. And I'm like, you know, the person that would experience me in this light will enjoy. Like, and that choice is hard to make when the desire starts to come, if I'm being very honest. Because we like to act sometimes like we don't want it, but it's like, it's there.
Did you go through that thing where people were always, or should I say, on your neck as far, why haven't you dated? Or when you tell them you haven't dated, there's a look like you are wearing a mask that is meant to scare people away?
No, like first of all,
are you serious?
Yeah, like
stop.
Again, I think there's a way to brand yourself. I've always branded myself, even subconsciously, as someone who just isn't interested in this.
But the people I'm talking about, people in your close circle, like friends.
So the thing is that my friends, we have similar value systems, not mind-boggling.
Shut up my table.
So it's mind-boggling to hear that. Oh, because they probably
understand.
exactly.
That makes
It's
so
probably
much
a
sense.
similar experience for them.
It makes so much sense actually, because if you are in a circle of people that are moving in a like mind, or you guys are like minded, you will not even have to explain certain things because you guys already have the same
Thought process.
Wow.
Yep.
Moment.
So who are your friends?
No, I have amazing. I don't have a lot of friends actually.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm just 21 myself. Personally, I grew up faster than most people my age. When I'm with my mates, I feel like I still don't relate to a lot of them because I just don't think like them. I don't act like them. That has been me since I was young actually. So even secondary school, when people will be doing all this like all these dates and then that was nothing really.
Yeah.
I still didn't score. I was
I was a dead guy in secondary school. Jesus.
The way it labeled me as maybe it's different. That's what my and it never bothered me, honestly. Entering to university, like I said, I'm not one that has always had friends. So with dating, it's just always been me understanding. I've always had that knowledge that it's something serious, and I just feel like it's not what I'm seeing people doing. So that belief, even though it wasn't a mindset that was so solid, like anything can move that, shake that ideology, that carried me for a long time. When I turned 19, like 2 years ago actually, I'm talking about it so far. When I turned 19, there were so many things, like everything in my life just started trying to shake what I felt like I knew. You understand? Like tests, more or less. With dating, I just made up my mind that the person I'm going to date cannot be an anyhow person. And I've personally just moved with that. But then I have always had people question me and question my choices. I had this particular friend that if it's not every day, this person is asking me, why aren't you dating? Honestly, I got tired of explaining myself, which again makes sense because if you're in the right circle of people, you wouldn't have to necessarily explain yourself. Exactly. I didn't even know these things were getting to me. Then I started actively trying to put myself, even though I was putting myself out there for work. So God is what? God is kind.
You.
No, not airing. I don't know. We're telling people that now that I'm looking back, like, would you want those kind of people? Do you get? But just to say, okay, I'm part of this or I'm this. I was even talking to people like that in the first place. Which is just a waste of time. Now that I'm a bit older, the thing is, like Ifeoma also said, you will not, if you don't work on these things outside of a relationship, I personally feel like you will just take all these bad habits into a relationship, and then
you will become so needy in that relationship, and you will lose your sense of self, and you find out that that relationship was not what you need. Like it was not the ultimate.
It's not what's going to rescue you from whatever you're running away from. Actually, at the end of the day, that's where I am right now. What I'm really understanding. This topic right now is very hot.
I'm crying
because there are a lot of things I have to ask. Actually, I think we should take some questions now. You people, this question people are asking: can't you praise God? Can't you talk reality things? Everything, dating, no problem. Straight into it. Do you like anyone at the moment?
This question.
What kind of intrusive question is that? You said they're asking. Do you like anyone at this moment?
Wait, these questions meant for me or for you?
They're for both of us.
You see, Somebi.
Is it cool to make the first move as a girl?
Stop there. That's where I'll stop you. I'll stop you right there. Why can't you praise God? I have very strong personal opinions on that. And this is it's not a rule. I've been on that side where I believe, I'm a confident woman. In fact, if you look at me, there's nobody I want out that I can't go for.
Hey! Energy!
But I believe that there's a natural order of things. And like we mentioned earlier, that we're coming from this biblical perspective. If you look at how God created man and woman and how he created the institution of marriage, he created Adam and orchestrated it in a way that Adam looked at all the animals and saw that there was no one that was befitting for him, and he chose Eve. There was something that he saw in her that made him say, this is the bone of my bone. I used to think of it in the reverse. I've heard a lot of arguments lately about women don't sit for him to choose you, you need to go for what you want. Going for what you want doesn't mean shooting your shots. If someone approaches you, in fact, it gives you more leverage that you have multiple people, you have enough data to you have enough data to analyze. And this doesn't mean have 5 guys on your matter and lead all of them on or string them along. No, it's just you should already have the things that you look out for that makes you say, okay, now out of these 5 guys, I want to progress with this one. Doesn't mean that it's just any guy that comes to you.
So that's you selecting. I select.
Yes.
Excuse me, I select.
If somebody is coming to you and you have to shoot your shot or go to everyone, then there's something you're probably not doing. The power of attraction is so strong. Even in business, instead of chasing one customer, I want to position myself. I want to brand myself in a way that attracts people. Right? So you want to stay in one place and have that magnetic force that pulls the kind of people you want to you. So I'm not saying it's wrong or right to shoot your shot at a guy. I'm just a little concerned that we feel like as women now, or as young women, the solution to the chaff in the dating scene is by shooting shots. Girls, it's the ghetto. So I would say it could work if there are women that have shot their shot and it's been successful. Just know that that's probably an exceptional case. The rule of thumb should be working on yourself, developing yourself, not obsessing over this part of your life. Men know what they want. Like men will
preach. Men know what they want.
They know what they want. So if they're not coming to you,
I'm telling you, or if they're
want.
coming to you and they are doing rubbish with you, they know that they are doing. They know that you're not the one.
You can position yourself. It's not that you're going to church and you're
saying
anyhow. Meanwhile, you now think it's by the corner of your bed where you're raising your leg up to shoot shots. See, men actually, they're just better at some things. You can do it if you want. Be ready to deal with the responsibilities that comes with chasing.
My own is no. I'm sorry, it's rash to me. Like I'm so sorry.
Same.
I won't.
Same.
Okay, after you shoot your shot, who continues with toasting? Maybe like I don't even. It's just following. It's
Exactly.
like the wrong order of things.
Yes. A lot of girls actually want to date up. You want to date guys that are older than you. Do you have the money for it? You're 21 years old. You want to date a guy that's 26, 27. Okay, you shoot your shot at him, and then you expect him to pay for the date. You better be ready.
Better ready to pay for your date and to carry him out and tell him, let's go out to this place. Abuse on me.
Just build yourself. There's a way you would position yourself that some people will just know.
Ifeoma,
they are not.
Ifeoma, let me tell you something here and now. I was talking to someone recently, and this guy literally told me, Omo, I can never date a girl like you. You're too disciplined. I took a screenshot of that thing. That was the highlight of my week. That's how you attract people. So the right person will move to you. Friendship shots, I feel like friendship shots are count personally. I just met a 30+ man and he is cool, but Omo, we are about 10 years apart in age. It's giving sugar daddy. For context, I'm in my early 20s. I'm thinking of just stopping our conversation.
I feel like this person has already answered their own question. But you just want someone that will validate what you have already decided. I'm going to say, if it doesn't feel right, it's not right. At least until it is right. If it's giving sugar daddy vibes, are you a sugar girl? Is that what you want, or do you want a serious committed relationship? So the 10-year gap is not the problem. The thing is, where are you currently? And you have to know what you want. Anybody can tell you they want to marry. It doesn't mean that marriage will be a good marriage, right? What are the core differences? Is even knowing what you want. Are you there because he has more money than you? Are you there because when you need a house to go and watch Netflix and eat free food, he has?
Wow.
Or are you there because you really like this person? Is it transactional where he gives you money, you know what happens? you know what happens. Also, investigate why he's not with women
around his age bracket. Actually,
you need to know that there's nothing that special about you. Ask yourself all these questions.
If this person is way older than you, is there still that point where you feel like you are heard and seen in that relationship? Because some older guys, they are very authoritative.
This is just me saying it's up to you. It's not a rule.
Ifeoma has clearly finished her makeup. We took a break because we're running behind time. 2 more questions and we'll be done with this video. I was in this situationship with this guy. He ended it and I'm finding it hard to move on. They didn't ask any questions, she's just telling us.
I think that's a great thing. You were in a situationship.
Yeah, it's not a relationship.
Like a situationship means that there was indecisiveness somewhere, either from your end or from his end.
Or from both of you.
Or from both of you. That solves it. I think it's hard, definitely. And a situationship it might be an option, but it's not.
I think a situationship be good for you.
For some people, no, it can be an option.
But is it helping them?
It's an option, but doesn't mean it's a good option.
Okay,
doesn't mean it's the best option.
Definitely.
Sorry, but it's well with you, Jesus' name.
Amen. You find it hard to move on. Honestly, you cannot force yourself to outgrow a process of healing. If you have to heal, that's what I always like to say is, go through the pain and come out of it. Some people actually like themselves that they are done, they've moved on. It's a lie.
Yeah, and don't start looking for the next available
honestly,
person
don't
to
do that.
rebound with or whatever.
Or you just transfer that whole thing you should have gone through on a person.
And what situationships do is they make you insecure. They build insecurities because you now keep asking yourself, why doesn't anybody commit to me? Like all these things I see, there's only so much they will do. They won't do those grand gestures.
Yeah, the whole thing is not complete.
And so you start thinking it's you and there's something about you that other girls have that you don't have.
Oh my goodness.
It's giving beauty per.
It's giving. Okay, one more question.
People that are dating, waiting and they talk about it's actually hilarious the way the person phrased it, but it's actually a real conversation or like a real question that needs to be answered. Because a lot of people don't address important things.
Like what? Like what are people in the relationship talking about? Okay, wait, that I can actually
yes, like it's a serious thing. Sometimes people think, okay, relationship is all about buying flowers or Valentine's Day or taking nice pictures or going on trips or just even having a boyfriend or girlfriend.
I see what you mean.
There are conversations, there are fundamental things that you need to learn about each other and come to a point of agreement. What are your love languages? Knowing fully well that they evolve over time. 1 month into a relationship will be different from your 3 months, it will be different from your 6 months, from your 1 year, depending on how long you guys date until you marry. How do you manage money? How do you think of money?
I think that's a very important.
Yes, because when you look at it, they say that finance is like one of the top reasons for divorce.
Yeah, actually.
So you want to make sure that you actually start to address it. It's not about just being comfortable, going to restaurant to eat. It's to get to a point where all those dates and fancy things, they will not be your everyday reality. Sometimes you can just have light-hearted conversation. Just get to know each other as people, not as you're my boyfriend, you're my friends. Like, do you ask your friends waiting at the time? You just
it just comes. Okay guys, we've come to the end of this video.
And this is my final look.
This is the final. If I might give them all angles. See the eyes, the lips, everything is actually
the hair.
The hair. I love it so much. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Let us know what you love most about this video and if there was anything you picked up from the video. If you have video suggestions, let me know in the comments. Just check out Ifeoma's Instagram
at IFBNW.
No, it's to be on the screen.
It's going to be here.
With that being said, I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you.
Bye.
I've started.
Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Welcome.
You know the video is not even going to start with you. You're not be sure when the video starts.
Welcome, welcome. I'll be there.
Oh my god, I'm shy. I was
Side eye.
Why are you shy?
I'm sorry.
I didn't. That was nice.
Oh god, that was long. Anyway.